Hey y'all, Steve with Grasslands. Just checking in. I know it's been too long since I've had an update video out. Um, so I'm trying to think if this is time yet to do one of those real videos where things could be better. um, things can always be better. Things can always be worse, you know. Um, all I can say is I got God as my anchor, and that's what matters the most. That's what matters the most. So life has its little ups and downs, and I know this probably sounds like a big mystery to y'all. It's like, what is he talking about? I don't want to get too personal, to be honest. Me and the missus are fine. You know, we're doing fine. We've just got some challenges coming up, and we know we're going to have to try to figure things out. So, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there in YouTube land are dealing with life's daily struggles as well. So, nothing new for you, right? So you're probably asking, well, what are you going to do for me today, Steve? How are you going to help me along? Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been trying to keep myself busy. I have been working on a lot of things. I've been working on my website, number one. Been trying to clean that thing up, try to make it a little bit more user friendly. The other thing is I'm planning, once I get it cleaned up, is to move it to a Grasslands themed website. So that's coming. There's a lot of work there because I've got a lot of files that need to be updated and kind of gone through, and a lot of stuff probably just needs to be archived and gotten rid of. So there's a lot of cleanup that I need to do on the webpage side of things. When the web page does come out, I'll let everybody know. But I'll just give you a hint. It's gonna have Grasslands in it as part of the domain name. We'll put it that way. I can tell you it's not going to be the one word by itself. It'll probably be a combination of words like my grasslands or something similar. You know, it might be. There's a .land now, so maybe there'll be a mygrasslands.land. That sounds like a pretty good one. Maybe I can do that if some realtor hasn't grabbed it up. So that's one of the items that I've been working on. Just trying to get that web page shored up, get it cleaned up, try to convert it into something that's more aligned with this channel. The other thing that I've been doing is I have explored the idea of some tools that might be handy to people. They do involve the use of AI and the generation of prompts for the AI to consume and then give some suggestions on, or I don't want to call it advice, but just kind of some weighted options that people might like with those. And I can talk about those later too. The other thing that I'm looking at and have been doing probably for quite a while is I'm on the market. I'm a senior level project manager. Okay, I've got a background in IT that's 45 years in length, which is good, but it's also my problem. There's a lot of employers out there that look at me and go, "Man, you're at the end of your season, buddy. You need to not be in this anymore." And they may be right, to be honest. They may actually be right with that. So, but that's the other thing. So there's this little job hunting bit that I've been engaged in, just trying to figure out, can I do something part-time? Can I get hired with some minimum project management responsibilities maybe? But I don't know. A lot of times companies that do that, they like to bring in young folks that are coming in new, coming into that space brand new with new ideas. So I don't know. Just kind of one of those things. So do I want to work? Yeah, I think I do. I still want to continue to work. I'm kind of forced to. I don't like to use the word forced. I'm just putting it this way. I'll put it softly. I'm kind of in a position where I need to start looking to place myself. So we'll just put it that way. Does it make sense? Well, let's put it this way. There's a 2.5 year gap that I need to bridge before I get to full Social Security. And unfortunately, like a lot of folks, I haven't done let's put it this way, Steve in the past hasn't done a real great job with thinking about future Steve now. So that's the other part of the problem. So let's put it this way. I know a lot of folks that are in my space that they've accumulated a wealth in the neighborhood of $1 million or more. just for the retirement. They've stashed 401ks. They've done all the right things, and kudos to those folks. Unfortunately, I've had some hard knocks in life. A lot of them. I won't say some. I'll say a lot of them are just my own bad choices. So, and I won't go into what those are. But yeah, so there's an interesting situation. I'm looking at what do I do in this gap? How do I make it to get beyond, to get myself to basically 2.5 years down the road, so that I can collect at least some level of Social Security benefit that makes sense to at least keep my standard of living sort of status quo without living too many nights on ramen noodles. So and I'm sure there's a few of you out there that can probably align with what I'm saying. There's probably a few of you out there that look at me and go, and just shake your head and go, yeah, you goofed, man. And all I could say to the folks that say that is, you're right. I goofed. So anyhow, with all that said, I didn't want to make this a big, long production. There's more about the real me and the stuff I'm dealing with that's coming. I'm going to do my best not to edit this video much and just put it out there raw. I will say this, I've put up a little kind of a little temporary, I don't want to call it temporary, but it's a means to be able to support this channel if you like the content. Essentially, if you're willing to buy my wife a Subway sub sandwich for about 12 bucks, you can go to my Ko-fi site, which I'll put in the description below. More than likely, I may have a banner that goes across the screen here that gives you the website. But if you want to help out, that's fine. It's certainly appreciated. I'm not going to stand here and beg for money. I'm just going to say, if you feel like there's a worthwhile content coming, and maybe this little raw video of me just telling you like it is okay, then that means that you're signaling that this kind of content is what you're looking for in the future, and you're interested in my story. You're interested in my wife's story too, to find out what this little adventure is going to turn into. So anyway, thank you so much. Have a great and blessed week, this coming week. I probably won't get this out until late this evening, Sunday evening. So, but anyways, take care.